after we looked at Pareto charts and some bar charts, let's take a look at the next tool. Okay, so that's going to be a cause and effect diagram, but also going to be within an example. So this is the example that we have. We have the Checkers Board Airlines at Columbus, Ohio, and they want to know why their flights are delayed, right? And then create what we call the fishbone diagram. Okay, and the fishbone diagram is on the understanding the root cause part of process mapping. So we understand, we have flights that are delayed, and that's our problem. We need to reduce the number of flights that got delayed, and we need to understand why those flights got delayed. Okay, so this is one tool, again, widely used in many companies. That is the cause and effect diagram. So here we put the effect, so delayed flight departures, and here we try to understand what are the possible causes of that, or the ones that are most frequent, right? So then I would, if you were in class, I would ask you guys to tell me what are the reasons for flights to be delayed, right? So, we know now is the pandemic, there's no flights going in and out, right? But normal situation, you can have the weather, we can have there's no fuel, the crew's not there, there's some passengers that are late. We can have the meal was not served, it was not cleaned properly. There's some people with special needs that need to get in, so it takes a little bit more time. And in the maintenance need to be done. So we have luggage. There was some problems with the luggage, the transportation. There was an accident in with your luggage. It's all over the outside with the airplanes and all that. So you can have 100 different things that can happen, right? So the exercise here is to get the people that are involved in the process that knows a lot of that process, and discuss with them what are the most important ones, what are the ones that happen more and more often, so we can understand and tackle those, right? So you probably thought about other things, more creative things that I did, but here are some of them, right? And we divide this usually in 4 to 6 different groups. So these are the kind of the main categories. So machine related, man related, methods related, and materials related, right? So everything that is materials like luggage and fuel and food, all we put all here. Everything that's machine related, so the aircraft and mechanical failures, we put here. Everything that's having the people available, and for them to be trained to do their job, we put that's men, right? So unavailable, it's not passengers was not processing the gray gate, or late crew, whatever. Everything related to the method, that's the link between those things, right? How we do things, how we announce departments, how we wait, how we check in, how we wait, passengers process. So everything related to the method is going to be here, right? So it is a way to visualize everything and understand everything that impact in the thing that you focus on, the performance metrics that you want to improve. Okay, and after some discussions with the company and the people involved, you guys can highlight, understand, okay, so these are the most important ones. So let's say the mechanical failures are the more important ones. So we need to have actions. We need to figure out a better way to do maintenance, right? So if the luggage is the problem, we need to find out, okay, but why the luggage is taking so much time to get to the process, right? What are the steps of the process? Where is it taking more time, and why is it taking more time, and so forth and so on, okay? And here are some examples. So you have here 2 fishbone diagrams. Fishbone diagrams, or cause and effect diagrams, are in kind of, I didn't explain that, right? So you can probably see why it's a fishbone, right? So this is the head of the fish, and here are the bones, okay? So cause and effect or fishbone diagrams are also, we use it a lot in capstone consultant projects, and companies use a lot in problem solving and improvement projects. And here we have different kinds. Here's the inventory process, which is inventory replenishment, the lack of inventory, and why that could happen. Here is in imbalanced shipments, right? So a lot about here is a lot about a information process, right? So production control process and order entry and sales and weekly schedules. So these are all information process that actually we mapped and found out whether the reasons that were impacting the unbalanced shipment. So you can apply those tools to manufacturing environment as well as to service environment. So we have today a lot of banks, a lot of services, and I kind of already told you guys examples of hospitals. So parks, all kind of different business, and even universities and public companies and government agencies using these problem solvings and process improvement methods that came from quality and came from operations, but that can be used in any kind of service or information process oriented companies, right? So that's also why they uh, put a lot of value in our students that are double major, right? So you have a, for example, operation supply chain and finance major. And if you go to interview in, for example, Wells and Fargo that have a Lean Six Sigma process improvement initiative that is very strong, they see that, although you want to go to finance, that background, that education in operation supply chain will be very helpful, right? We just hire actually a faculty that work in Bank of America with these kinds of continuous improvement projects. So she worked in continuous improvement into the bank industry, using the same tools that we teach here, and their students going to implement in manufacture or service companies. Okay.